movements are done, but her, but as you can see, her mouth's not moving because she doesn't have the lip sync yet, or the shape keys was what they're called. Like, I didn't animate those yet, so. And there's a lot. She says a lot in this scene. So after I finish Cedric is the purple guy. After I finish his movements, and he only has like one movement really, at the end of this shot. After I finish that, then I'm gonna go do uh, all of Zara. I'm probably not gonna do all that on stream. That's probably multiple hours, but I will start that on here, I guess, because I've been procrastinating a little bit on it because it's so much. There's so much dialogue in the scene, and I finished a little bit, half of it, the other day, and it took so long. So yeah, a lot of dialogue is really difficult, especially because I want to get it exactly right. Um, so yeah, I just knew it was gonna take long, so I've been procrastinating. So I'll start that on here. The movements, it's basically I was procrastinating because the movements were hard enough. So it's like, so once I did the movements, I was like, oh my god, like now I have to do a whole nother half. I have to do because it's like half movements and then half facial. And the movements took like a couple days, and then yeah, but I work off and on. All right, yeah. So let's just get started, because now I'm just rambling. All right. First off, let me untoggle his hair because he doesn't need. We don't need to see the. I made his hair detailed in the display because I wanted to make the thumbnail, but for actually animating, it's actually best that you turn down all the detail on the hair. Like if you can see on the side here, it says steps. That's basically how much detail you want in the display, and it's actually best for the animation, for doing animation, if you turn it down to 0, because then there's no detail, and that means that like the computer can run smoother. Like if I add in, oh yeah, if you see here, it says Zara's hair, because I actually used. Did I mention that on here? I might have mentioned that, but I actually used Zara's sort of ponytail as like a base, like Zara's not ponytail, but her like hair bun that was in episode 1. I actually used that as like a base for his hair, and also and I just didn't change it, so it still says Zara's hair. And also, if you see the body down here, it says Harrison body. It's actually, for those of you who saw my other series, Dead Star, this is actually used the Harrison's body as a base for Cedric's body, and I put his head on Harrison's body, basically. That's what I do to avoid like having to create and rig entire characters from scratch each time. Like so in this case, since I already had fully rigged characters already that I had already animated in, so the rigs are pretty good. I felt I'd just use that again. All right. So basically, what he's doing here is he's switching. I already did the switching the mic hands here is like the easy part. Let me undo only right so you guys can see a bit. Right here, he's gonna switch. This is the hard part, really. That I did that earlier this morning. He's gonna switch hands because like switching, like grabbing items, stuff like that is just annoying. It's not hard, but it's just annoying. So I already did that part, basically. And well, I gotta, maybe we'll just start here. As you can see, his fingers are going through the mic here, so let's start with that. And then I'll explain what pose he needs to go in next. He's basically going to, let's see, so yeah, let's just extend the fingers a bit. Hang on, computer is being annoying. Yeah, maybe that'll just be the, from now on, maybe the process of streaming will just be whenever I get burnt out on a scene or I feel like having trouble focusing, I'll just stream, because then I can, I'm pressured by the entire internet looking at me to focus, which is nice. It is nice, actually. Like, you'd think it wouldn't be, but I mean, it's not nice having people look at what you're doing, but it's nice to just like sort of have your head cleared, and it's like there's like a simplicity to it, because like, cause my mind can just race for like a mile a minute sometimes, and yeah, sometimes it's detrimental to getting work done, especially because I have to get all this stuff done in my free time. Okay. Alright, that works. I'm not even sure really what the camera angle is going to be for. I mean, what you're going to see. I know what the camera angle is, but like how much of this you'll see in the camera angle. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so basically I just had to extend the fingers a bit there, which is literally only one frame. Yeah, so I needed to do that, just so, because before it was going through the, as you saw, it was going through the hands. It's actually, I will admit, this is hard to see, but this is, sometimes, like when the fingers are like this all together like that, it is a little hard to see, but as I've said before, this is just how, like, a lot of people use, they use shapes for their rigs and stuff like that, like so that the rigs aren't shown, like, so that, you don't see the skeleton like this, you see the black, or the wireframe skeleton. A lot of people do that, but I don't know, I just done it for so long without doing that. I just, like, a shape would basically be like this bone would disappear like that, and then you just see like a circle or something here that would represent the bone instead of this. But for some reason I just never, maybe because creating shapes for your bones is kind of tedious, and I always felt like, well, it's already rigged, like and I'm the only one, it's not like I need to make the rig for someone else, so it's like, if I need to make the rig for someone else who prefers to have shapes, then then maybe I'd do that, but it's like, it's just me, so it's like I can put up with with the lines, like I never really had a problem with it, like, honestly, I never really, because like back in the day when I used to do tutorials, they used to like have this whole like segment where you like, when I was learning, like, they would have this whole segment where you make bone shapes. I'm like, what is this for? Like, you could already see the bones, and it's already rigged. Like, just start animating. And they would have this whole, just so you could, just to make it like easier to see. I don't know. It's like, it just never was never really my thing. But yeah, like for me, it's not really that big of a thing. Anyways, all right, we gotta move on. But yeah, so we got the fingers down. So now, let me show you guys what he's gonna say. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, he switches hands there, and now right now I'm just like cleaning it up. So see right here where, see how like his hands are going in each other here. Just gotta clean that up first. And then we'll move on. And yeah, I mentioned it before, but yeah, his cloak is messed up here because it's gonna be a cloth simulation, so it doesn't need to, like right now it just doesn't need to look doesn't need to be rigged to the body because it's gonna be cloth. And oh yeah, I was saying before that if you follow me on Twitter, you could see or if you follow the show, which is me tweeting, but if you I tweeted a clip and you could see, I was gonna say you could see that that his jacket has a cloth simulation on it. So I was gonna say for those of you who saw the clip, but I don't think I'm pretty sure most of you guys don't follow me on Twitter, which is cool. But it's like, but yeah, it's like it's one of those things where it's like I have to be sure that like I did not just assume that everybody is following the show at the same place because I post things in multiple. It's like some stuff goes on the Facebook page, some stuff goes on to Twitter, so it's like I gotta just be mindful. But yeah. Okay, so now. Okay, and I think I will do. Well, I was gonna say I think I will finally finish that alien creature. It's so funny because I haven't even. I haven't been doing that scene at all, the scene that the alien creature is going to be in. I've been doing this scene, I've been doing the race scene, so it's like, it's funny that like, that's just been in the background. Like, I need to finish that alien, because I need that alien for the opening scene. But yeah, I might do that. If I do actually do Zara's expressions and lip sync, all of that on stream, then I guess I might as well just finish because that's gonna take forever. So if I do that all on stream, I might just do finish the alien too, because I've been meaning to finish the alien, but like the thing is also the thing is to stream, I need to not be rendering anything because the stream will slow down the render, and the rendering shot will slow down the stream, so it's like it's no point in doing that. And like, let's see, wait, does that work? Yeah, okay, that works. Okay, so now so yeah, and I'm always obviously rendering a new shot because I'm trying to get the episode out. So it's like you either want to stream, and most of the time I work on the show. I work on different scenes while I'm rendering something. So it's like, and I can't do that while it's streaming. So it's a choice a lot of times to do you want to postpone the render because you can work on whatever you need to work on without streaming while the thing's rendering, but you can't render while working if you're going to be streaming. You know what I mean? So it's like it's that choice. It's like I have to delay the rendering, which ultimately is delaying the finished episode because you need to render the shots to finish the episode, and that's the most time-consuming part of working on this right now. Because doing the animation is like I'm pretty fast. fairly fast at doing the animation stuff. So right now, the only thing that's really taking long is the rendering, and because it takes so long, it sort of incentivizes me to procrastinate sometimes because I'm like, well, this shot's not going to be done until tomorrow. So, and if I have something that, if the next shot takes like 3 hours, then I'm like, well, I don't need to do it until 3 hours before the render's finished, you know. But if it rendered quickly, then I'd be more incentivized to not procrastinate. But because it's like what's the point of, you know, it's like it's not nice having work built up, but at the same time it's like if the shot's not going to be done till tomorrow and you have to do something that's not going to take that long, it's like I have a tendency to procrastinate because it's like because I'm not wasting any time, so might as well do other stuff. But yeah. But I only procrastinate because I'm pretty fast at this. I mean, I'm not arrogant about it, but it's like I've been doing this for a while, so I'm like I know when how long something's gonna take me at this point. But oh yeah, I was gonna show what I'm doing here. Okay, so is the volume turned down? Hang on. So why can't I hear? No, the volume's regular. Let's see. Wait, can you guys hear that? Why does that sound so low? That's weird. Why is that so low? Does that have to do with the stream? That's weird. Is her dialogue low? Yeah, that's weird. It's weird. The audio, I don't know if you can hear. I'm gonna move the mic, so sorry if you hear me moving the mic.
Absolutely stunning.
Right, so that's what it should sound like. But the volume is really loud. Like I had to just move the mic to the speaker because the audio is so loud. Oh wait, I think it's because, yeah. Okay, wait. I think it's because I touched the cord and my cord on my speaker is messed up, so you have to like put it in the right position for it to play right. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay, yeah. My tech is so like, oh my god, it's so ghetto. So it's basically, hang on. So now you guys can hear.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, the microphone, the headphone jack for the computer, the speakers are plugged into that, and the speaker cord is kind of messed up. So if by the way, don't curl your cords. Like it's not good for it's not good for cords. It's just a random recommendation, but you shouldn't curl it. Always keep it straight because if you curl it, it kind of pulls, and it kind of messes up the cord, like for headphones and stuff like that. But probably for any cord. But yeah, so the cord for the speakers is messed up. So if it's in the wrong position, it'll only have audio from the left side, and so that's what it was doing before, and now it's both. But yeah, now it should be good. My tech is so good, but For me, it's like if it works, I don't. I'm one of those people that's like until it completely shuts down and stops working, I never really think about replacing stuff, which is not probably not a good habit, but that's kind of how I am.
Absolutely.
That's actually too loud. Let me turn that down a bit. But you get it. He says absolutely stunning, and it's actually playing back. That's another thing is that for character animation, it's weird. It's probably not a big deal now because I don't have to do a lot of movement, but it's weird to do while streaming also because the streaming slows down the playback. Like the playback when I like right there, it looks choppy because the stream is going, so I can't. It's very hard to stream while doing it because like I can't watch the playback, and if I can't watch the playback, I can't see the timing and can't see if the timing works. So I can do like I can do generally where where I think things should be, but it's much easier to do while not streaming. So that's another reason why I haven't been streaming recently. But mostly it's because of rendering and stuff like that, like I said earlier. But yeah, okay. So next pose is basically he's going absolute, and then when he goes absolute, he's gonna put his hand down. So right now he's going like with his hand in the air like that, and then right now I'm going to he's gonna put it down. These are all just movements that I do that I go like, how would I do this if I was playing this character? And then I go absolutely, and I'm doing it right now. I'd do that, and they go absolutely. Well, you'll see, but that's how literally every, and I'm sure that's what every animator does. If you're not using like video reference of somebody else or something, then you just do it. If you don't have to, use video reference. Like if somebody's like spinning in the air doing like I remember for a fight scene for Dead Star, it's like an air kick or something like that, or like a spin kick in the air or something like that. And that's something I don't know how to do, so I had to. Shockingly, I don't know how to do that, so I had to look up video reference. But yeah, everything. Like in this scene, there's a lot of. You'll see when you see the episode that there's a lot of. I don't want to show too much of the scene, but because again, I want you guys to see it, but you'll see that there's a lot of talking, and so there's a lot of poses and a lot of movements specifically from Zara. So all that's and so just telling you now before you see the episode, all that stuff is just me doing it and then copying what I'm doing and then and me just it's not like just how I move naturally, but it's like how would what's a good way to say this? Like what's a good movement or gesture to say this? Also, this scene was difficult because Zara's her movements are difficult because she's only using one hand, and he is too. That's another thing too. Both of them are only using one hand really to convey, and she's talking a lot more than he does. So it's like that was a challenge. 'Cause she's like holding a bunch of stuff. So that was a challenge. I never really had anyone talk that long with only one hand, which it's weird. You'd think like the more limbs to use, the harder, but it's actually I feel like the opposite. Like the less you have to express is actually I found harder actually. Especially as somebody myself who talks with their hands a lot. It's like absolutely okay. Just gonna lean forward a little more. And just gonna bend down a bit. Let's see how that looks. Another reason why I'm not sure how long the stream's gonna go is because I'm really hungry. My stomach actually I have no idea if you guys can hear that. My stomach literally just growled as I said that, because I could sense it coming. But yeah, I don't know why, but I started the stream while I was hungry, which was a stupid idea. But I was like, I'm not gonna eat while I stream, so it's like, what else am I gonna do? And I didn't feel like waiting either to like order food and then think about like what I'm gonna stream, all that stuff. I was like, ah, let's just do it. So yeah. So he's going absolute. So he's going that's when his hand's up. Then salute when his hand comes down like that. Alright, let's see generally how it looks. I wonder if. Oh my god. Can you guys hear that? That was my stomach. Oh Jesus. That's so ridiculous. Alright. Maybe is there something I can take away to make this run smoother? Is this one of his hair? No, I think it's just gonna be like that since it's streaming. It's just gonna be difficult because it's a stream. But it looks like the side hair's detailed. Nah, all the hair is low res, man. Yeah, it's just gonna be slow, I guess. Alright, let's play.
Absolutely stunning.
No. I can't even tell if that's the right timing though. Because the stream is slowing down the playback a bit, but that's alright.
Absolutely.
Okay. Salute should be faster. A little more energy. He's like a pretty like flamboyant, extra character, so his movements need to be a little more out there.
Absolutely.
Okay, this hand placement is not good, so let's move that. See, absolute. Okay, I just did it on my own. In case you just heard me say it to myself. So, okay, yeah. His head's gonna have to move down. His head's gonna be more exaggerated. Okay. Absolute. Alright, so it should be even lower than that. And should be facing there. So he's gonna make like a circular motion with his hand. right here, his hand's going straight down. And I want to make sure it goes out like this. Let's bring this down. Man. Alright. Alright. So,
Absolutely.
wait. Wait, what is that? Okay. No. Let's bring this down there. Okay.
Absolutely.
This can be a little far out. Oh yeah, I can plug my headphones back in. I was just saying, you guys don't need to hear absolutely every single time I do it. That's just for me to to hear over and over and over. It's just how it is. For me, it's like at a certain point, it doesn't. You can't always be thinking about like what's being said or like. Sometimes it's just you know like once you have already defined like what needs to be what gesture needs to be made like with the speak with the words. It's like you can't always be thinking about it, or you'll just go insane if you're like you got to like after a while it's just words and movement matching. Um, like at a certain point you just you're trying to match the energy level mixed with like what makes sense, and after a while it becomes technical. So for me it's like I don't really like think about the actual what's being said until like or what like not what's being said, but I don't think about like the scene as a whole until I see the whole animation. I can like if you're thinking about the whole scene like while you're just animating like absolute, then for me that would just drive me nuts. It's like I need to just try and match movements to voice right now, and then we'll think about like everything. And that's another thing of like you don't start or I most people and I include don't start. I mean they don't start anything they until like they know everything that's written and performed is exactly what like they need. At least that's what I do. And so it's like you've already done the writing and all that stuff beforehand. So right, so you know that that's taken care of and stuff. So it's like you don't have to think about that for every single second. Because that's how that's how I'm able to like because I think about it sometimes like man I've heard like a lot of these phrases like over 100 times or 20 times sometimes, and I was thinking about why doesn't it phase me, and I like why doesn't it get like super tedious? I think it's because of that, because like it's not always you're not always thinking about like everything that's being said. So most of the time, you're just thinking technically, like what works. Like you're separating yourself from the actual dialogue in a way, if that makes sense. Like when you think, like thinking about, everything is for for when you're writing and all that stuff. I really can't. Unfortunately, I cannot see the timing on this. Like it's so slow because of the stream. So it's really hard to see. Okay, this can be stretched out a bit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Um. Oh man, it's kind of what I was saying earlier. Might need to stop the stream so I can see what this. Yeah, I guess I might stream later to do modeling, but I'm guessing animation just isn't gonna work while streaming because it's like the playback just is not smooth because it's streaming in the background. Um, and I need to see like exactly what it looks like to move on. Um, so yeah, I think in general, I don't think I'm going to be doing like character animation on stream because like I might think this is fine now and then look at it like uh, look at it smoothly later and then it might be wrong and so I have to go back anyway. So yeah, I think I will. Oh, hey, Kruby. How's it going? I was just saying, I actually might be stopping the stream, unfortunately. Yes, I did, and it looks awesome. Did I mention I was a One Piece fan on here? Oh, I guess I did. I was about to say, how did you know I'm a One Piece fan? But yeah, I can't wait for the movie. I just hope that it it comes to the states like soon and not like in the winter or something like that. Because I remember the last movie for Film Gold. Movie came out in summer in Japan, but it came out here like January, and I had to wait that long to see it. But yeah, Stampede looks awesome. But yeah, yeah, just work on something else. Instead of stopping stream, maybe we'll finish the Alien. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. All right, so yeah, so maybe I won't stop the stream. I'll just let me switch to the alien dude. At least I got some stuff done here. So yeah, I'll stream a little bit longer, I guess. No, I haven't worked on the alien thing at all on my own. That's only been anything I've done with the aliens has been on stream. I've been doing like this scene and the race scene and the other, I think another thing. I've been doing all that for the past couple weeks. Um, so yeah, maybe I should just do that. I've been because for the past couple weeks I've been just like that's how like all movies are. It's like there's always something that like you're thinking about for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then you're like, then everything is like it's like a series of like anticipation for working on everything. It's like been thinking about doing coming back to Alien for a couple weeks. I'm thinking about this other scene, and so it's like it's a lot of waiting. So yeah, let's do some of that then. And then we'll do the rest of this later. I have to figure out like how I'm gonna stretch the arm of this thing because I have no idea how to stretch arms other than like maybe messing with the IK a bit. Hang on a second. I gotta switch to the Alien. Okay. All right. So let's start this thing again. I think I'm just gonna. I've been thinking about like fixing this face for literally like 2 weeks. I've been thinking, man, I need to finally uh, make him have a face. Literally like for two or however the last time I streamed. Like like after I've been thinking like when I'm like thinking about what to do next, I'm like, man, he still doesn't have like a face. But then I have to work on something else. Okay, yeah. Who will this guy be? The purple guy. Yeah, that's why I I mentioned earlier. Anyone who's not following me should follow me on Twitter. Because I mentioned, because I actually I announced the character like a month ago or a while ago. I think in May, or I forget when, but yeah, I put like the model sheets and stuff, or like what the character would look like onto it. Like I make all the announcements and stuff on Twitter, but yeah, the character is going to be an announcer. Oddly enough, I announced the announcer. But yeah, he's going to be like an announcer slash host, and in that scene, he's interviewing Zara, the female lead character. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you don't have a Twitter, or if anyone listening to this doesn't have one, then it's not a big deal. But or you could do Facebook too. I basically post I'll do like announcing this is a new character, or I'll announce like um like that I subtitled the first episode, and it has Japanese subs too. So I have a friend who speaks Japanese, and he helped me. like those kind of announcements I make on Twitter and stuff like that. So it's like, it's just some extra info. But yeah, he's gonna be an announcer, and his name's Cedric. All right, so let me change the title of this stream to character animation / Gogo alien model stream, just to be accurate. All right, man, I'm so glad I get to finally do this, because actually first, let's add like an eye just for reference. I don't know if a circular eye is going to fit into this. I really do not like this face. It just looks so wonky. I'm really glad I get to change this now. I just saw the clip. Okay, cool. Yeah. See, yeah, that was another thing I mentioned earlier. Is that I typically like clips and stuff. I'll typically post on everything on all the pages, but like that clip was so short that I'm like, it felt like it didn't need to be posted on YouTube. It's like 15 seconds, and also it just, I don't know, it just seemed like more of like a social media post than like a YouTube video, So yeah, things like that will be mostly exclusive to like Twitter, and I put it on Facebook too. Honestly, I didn't even really want to show the clip. I didn't want to show anything really, because like, I don't know. I just thought it'd be really exciting to know. I mean, it's like 15 seconds. It's still not really anything. But like, I don't know. I'm one of those people where like I want to go in cold to the movie and just like find things out as I go along. And I think that's how the show's mostly gonna be. Like even in the streams, I try not to do anything that's like it's weird to say spoilery, but spoilery, like things that like that you'll see in the episode and be like, I saw that during the stream, and like I try to be like, I mean, this episode's gonna be long, so it doesn't really, probably doesn't matter, but I want to maintain that, because for me, I like when I watch something for like actually watch something for the first time. Okay, so oops, didn't expect to change color like that. It's funny because this model, I'm basically, this entire model is basically like just completely improvised. Like typically I look at like references and stuff when I'm working here. I looked at references a little bit when I started, and now I'm just making stuff up. Also, I realized that I'm not really there yet as like a series like to just post the episode and not like promote in any kind of way. Unfortunately, even though I hate promoting, uh, even though I mean I don't hate it, but it's just like I don't know. Yeah, unfortunately, I felt like yeah, the series needs to needs to be around for a bit before I call myself just letting the art speak for itself or whatever that whole thing where it's like I think posting clips and stuff like that at this stage is kind of necessary, and it is kind of necessary to have like a dialogue, um, like on Twitter and stuff like that, for better or worse. Good question. No idea. No, I have no idea. I'm gonna. I don't know. I like. It's just I just get random, do random, stuff that I think will interest people. Like in this case, like putting out the clip. I didn't really. It wasn't really a plan. I just felt like, okay, I need to put out something that is that that's like done, and I need to like. I felt like uh, it's important for people to see a little bit of it, and again, like I was saying, it's important that like right now, for at least for right now, to put out promotional stuff and not be totally not closed off and only put the episodes I don't really have like a set plan, but it's just things like that like are I guess my plan right now to just have general uh, ideas because like when because to have a plan is like it's hard to know because for example that clip I think I at the stage now with the footage I have now I felt like okay that looks good and that's a good enough snippet to share but if I had like a plan before the episode was even before any of the episode was filmed or animated or whatever then I would never have like thought of that small clip to post. You know what I mean? It's like if you're planning, then you don't really think about it. But because I had the clip, I could see that like, oh, this is a good little snippet, and it's a good like tease, and like I made the decision to post that. So it's like, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever really have a plan. I think maybe it's just best to like it's best to just do whatever comes naturally in the moment. Whatever feels like it will excite people. Favorite series is that? I mean, it's not really a series. I don't think either of these are a series yet. But that's nice of you. But like Kari is just and this are just one episode. But yeah, I like Kari as well. I might be trying to do both once this episode is done. I'd probably see if I can do both. But yeah, mostly the reason that I didn't really um, that I wasn't working on Karya is because I think I'm farther away from the mic. My bad. But the main reason that I wasn't I decided to do something else and that I haven't really worked on is because like I realized that like I wanted to be a big like series and I felt similar to Dead Star. Even though Dead Star can be a little smaller, but like that was a series that I felt like needed. I had like a lot of big, or I do currently still have like big ideas for the story and a big like plan for it. And I felt like at the time last year, I felt like I don't know if I wanted to do like a series that size, um, or at least the way I had it planned. I was like, I need to do something smaller, and but then I started this, which is like is big too, well, relatively big too. So I don't know, maybe I'll just try to do both. I don't know, cause it's hard to really tell like what's gonna be. It's like the stories itself are big, but some things that seem big on paper end up not being that much work. So maybe Kari won't be as big, and maybe I'll try to do both. But both are good, so I don't have a preference. I mean, I hope that they're gonna be good. I can't say. Like I don't want to jinx myself. Like yeah, it's good, and then like I mess up because you know. Okay. And yeah, I might do more. Um, we'll see. I've been meaning to do. It's so funny because like I have to make a map for the next episode of Karian. I think um, in addition to it just being like I just need to focus on this right now. In addition to that, it's I've also just been not uh, doing because like doing a map just takes a long time, and for whatever reason it's like if it was just animating the characters, then maybe I would have gotten back to it by now. But also it's like all of this really takes up like all of my resources and stuff like that, and to do like one thing, and so to do two series would probably be spreading myself a little thin, and I don't want to do that. But I do want to see like I do want to like try first before I decide whether I'm just gonna do one at a time. Cause I might be able to. Cause a lot of things are much harder when you think about them than they really are when you actually do them. But right now a big problem is render times, and that's the main reason why I wouldn't be able to do. I probably won't be able to do two series. But if I get a better computer, then if I can afford a better computer, then I can probably definitely do both. Cause then it'd just be like a question of like how much like work, how much animation work can I do? Which I can do a lot. I feel like I can do a lot. So that's what that would end up being, rather than the question of like, well, if one shot's gonna take 2 days to render, then I can't really see that. Then I gotta budget my time, which is how things are right now. It's like I sort of have to focus on one thing because doing little bits of things right now for either series takes so much time, and so yeah, so we'll see. I could probably do both though, but we'll see. Okay. I don't dislike this this face right now actually. Now that the eyes are kind of are done a little bit, I don't dislike this giant mouth. I think the eyes were the big problem with, for me, and now that they're done, I think I can move on to. Okay, so if I remember correctly, my plan was to have sort of exoskeleton. Just select all this. And do that. Looks like a mini Ninja Turtle right now. But yeah, I think I will for Kari. I think I will just get the map over with because it's something I've been procrastinating on because it's going to be so difficult. Or so not it might not even be that difficult. It's just something I've never really done before. So I've been like I'm not really sure how to do this, and then planning it, takes time, and then by the time like I'm done planning and stuff like that, or I've spent time planning how I'm gonna do it, it's like I gotta work on something else. So that's been the big thing. That happens sometimes too, where it's like if I'm not sure how to do something and I have to actually learn a new thing, that could take time out of doing it. Because if it's just like moving characters around, like I can, if the character's finished, then that's kind of like easy, not easy, but simpler thing to do. But if it's like if it's a case of something I haven't done or not sure how to do, that can take time out of other stuff. So I think maybe today I'll just do. It doesn't mean that I'll I can definitely do the series, but maybe I'll just get the map out of the way and then the difficult minutia stuff out of the way. Cause like, because what a lot of what uh, what like what isn't seen is that like there's a lot of just like tedious minutia stuff to do before any animation starts. Like a lot of like researching looks and you know like designing the characters and all that stuff, which takes a lot of time, which takes probably most amount of time. So yeah, a lot of times like that stuff can be so sort of daunting that takes time from other stuff and you know. But yeah, I might just do that later today, cause I would like to know like just for myself how long uh, it'll take or how time consuming a sorry, I'm away from the mic again, but how time consuming the next episode of Cario will be. So that I can, you know, see for sure if I can do it. Okay, so this is actually, speaking of One Piece, this is actually based off of like these horns are actually based off of the design from I think it was Doflamingo's like soldiers in Dressrosa arc. They had like this mask. I showed it like in the first stream that I when I started, but that was like a long time ago. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what this idea of like these horns are kind of based on. And I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. The bigger, the better, actually. Let's do that. Maybe even smaller? I feel like smaller is better, actually. Like big, but small. Thin kind of looks strange. And then maybe even it's not bad for right now. Don't dislike that. I mean, that's a start, I guess. Maybe this like belly is like the same material as like the like not just like color material, but like same material as the sort of helmet exoskeleton thing. Like like this might be hard shell, and maybe stomach is hard shell. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and maybe the paw is the same. Is this already the same? No. Okay, so let's make that the same material too. Maybe the paw is hard shell too. Or maybe it's like a sticky material, because like they're gonna be grabbing like machinery parts and stuff. So maybe it's like a sticky material. That might be funny. These feet are an issue. Alright guys, I'm getting a little hungry. I shouldn't have started this stream hungry. That was a mistake. So yeah, I think I'm going to, and I think I actually will finish this on my own. I wasn't going to, but I think I actually am going to finish this on my own. My plan was to do like the whole thing via stream, but I think I might have to just do it on my own. I'm just doing the last little touches. That's an issue too. Okay. as I say that it's over, I'm still doing last little touches. These legs are so. This feet looks so bad right now. Should I just finish the feet before I go? Let's see. Nah, I'm hungry. I need to get some meat. I don't want to be a guy who eats on stream. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna call this one, and I might finish this on stream, but I might just do it on my own, because then that way, like, it might just be easier to, because a lot of times I have to look different references and stuff, and that's just much easier, because it's much less exciting to, not that it's exciting in general, but it's much less exciting if I'm spending most of my time looking at references and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's it. And thanks everybody for watching. And yeah, if you're not following the show on Twitter, definitely do that. That's where we make all the announcements and post extra stuff. So yeah. So thanks everybody for watching again. And yeah.